Greetings, Lighthead here, and this is a bit of an impromptu video I threw together in which I address issues happening on the far side of the world. And these are issues that have clearly been brewing for some time, but are only just now spilling into public view, where their sort of outwardly democratic but inwardly not at all democratic government can't contain it anymore. I speak, of course, of the issues consuming China. And what a lot of issues there are. And I'm not just talking about their 60% divorce rate. Seriously, I mean, we all know each country has their issues to deal with, but this is insane. The Chinese are evidently living in extremely depressing circumstances. Their people miserable and desperate, their officials uncaring. How did it come to this? Well, the myriad social and economic factors would take an age to get through, and it would make for a terribly boring video. So instead, I've gone straight to the meat of it. In fact, I was first made aware of it thanks to YouTube Shorts made by China Insider with David Zhang. This is not an official collaboration. I just saw a thread that I feel people need to see, and I'm running with it. So where to start? There's a lot of places to start apparently, so let's try this one.
Fighting over cardboard box. It may be that they need it for the recycling money, or it's out of selfish need to collect. Either way, it's a brawl.
Seriously? Wrestling each other for a cardboard box? That's just insanity. And what about all the nice new blocks of flats that were built but don't work?
People in China have been handed unfinished homes. In this video, they have not had heat for 3 years in this complex. Also, this one, no heating as well. This one, no electricity for 24 hours, and they're not giving them a reason.
Imagine running out of electricity or water or whatever for unknown lengths of time and not even being told anything about it. Or what about not getting paid?
Hospital staffs have not been paid for 8 months. In this video, workers haven't been paid their social securities in 10 years. And these are common every day in China.
A decade without getting your money? What the fuck, man? Or just the general sense of despair that would force a man to do this.
A fruit vendor crawls under a car and shouted, "I don't want to live anymore. It's not easy to make money. I can't find a job." After the city code enforcers were trying to bring trouble to his fruit stall.
I mean, I hate Mondays as much as the next guy, but seriously, this is just nuts. And all that was from one 60-second clip. One clip. There's thousands of these floating around out there, and I got all of that from one clip. What the hell is going on? Outwardly, China likes to appear to be, and this is the official explanation, so a socialist democracy with Chinese characteristics. Well, doesn't that sound lovely? And yet it appears to still basically be communistic, doesn't it? Is their government going to try to convince the world that they're there for the people when it's evidence the people are the last thing on their mind? Or perhaps you won't believe things could realistically be that bad. Well, it is.
Stopped along the way by local government officials because, of course, they don't want them to be exposed. Some of them even get sent to mental hospitals.
This father is trying to take his son who has a high fever to the hospital only to be met with heartless police. Similarly, a delivery driver breaks his own scooter after it was confiscated, as he otherwise will have to pay a hefty fine to get it back.
China is in chaos, and we don't hear about it because it's been kept quiet for the longest time. But there's always a critical limit, and China is evidently hitting theirs. In the West, we moan about Trump and his tariffs and wokies making idiots of themselves and so on. But these are first world problems, aren't they? Nope, these poor people have to deal with a truly sorry set of circumstances. I mean, genuinely depressing.
When it's hot, people like to stick to supermarket frozen sections. China claims to have eliminated poverty for half of the country. Well, there is the other half here. This is in northern China, where over 100 potato pickers endure 100-degree heat to work in fields, sleep in crowded greenhouse living spaces, eating the same old cabbage stew with potatoes.
That's right. And nature apparently has it in for them too, because a massive portion of land in southern China flooded and ruined many lives, and apparently there are people in other parts of the country who don't even know it happened.
And these are the recent floods in southern China. Now, last year there was a massive flood in the cities around Beijing, and that was widely reported, but this year seems like everything's being censored across social media in China. There's only one top search, which is about giving some donations. So it's very sad because in China now, when there's a disaster happening, nobody else in China knows about it.
And we moan like professionals because we can't get sold-out concert tickets, or the trains run a little late. Relatively speaking, we've got it pretty good in the West, don't we? We have the right to free speech and to have our voices heard, and we have a chance to genuinely change things for the better. So try going from that to a land where political opposition is illegal, and politicians looking to improve the condition of things are either accused of crimes they didn't commit and have their reputations decimated, or are just disappeared altogether. We don't know how good we've got it. Not that I'm saying we don't have an awful lot of shit to sort out, because we clearly do. But in the face of China's overwhelming misery, I feel we could be doing better. And you know what my main man Joey Swell would say?
You need to do better.
Put me in my place, Joey.
Ultimately, while the West is a complete joke, replete with woke fascists who believe themselves to be liberals, where gay intimacy is described in explicit detail to our children in the classroom, where a profoundly greedy and aggressively nuclear orange-coloured man is allowed to take control of the most powerful nation on Earth.
Is he going to explode or what?
The comical terrain we've created for ourselves is far from ideal, but it is, in fact, free to forge itself. The Chinese have no such freedom. They struggle to even get paid or have a roof over their heads or put food in their bellies. So perhaps the next time we feel like having yet another moan at the cost of petrol or Starbucks lattes, we might instead give a thought to the poor lost souls who have to work brutal overtime hours to earn barely an additional £3, or dollars if you're from the colonies or whatever your equivalent is, who will never be able to escape the shadow of their government, who will never have the freedom to even use open online browsers or take a holiday. Compared to them, we've got things pretty easy, really, haven't we?
I can subscribe.